Hey guys, I just wanted to do an update on my whole coaching experience, the pros, the cons, how it went, how it's going, if I'm staying with coaching or if I'm going to go off on my own again at this point, and basically my whole experience and if I regret it or not. So basically, I did an 8-week program and he cut me a really good deal because it's not cheap, guys. I told you guys this in the beginning. It is not cheap. But basically what it ended up being, it costed me $50 a week, which was less than what I had been paying out of pocket for my chiropractor, because my chiropractor was $65 a week. So I had already told myself when I started that if it was going to cost more than what my chiropractor was costing me, I wasn't going to be able to do it, because I was already like planning that in as it was. So I went with this deal he gave me after he tried to throw some numbers out there, and I'm just like, no, I can't do that, because he does like 6 and 8 month programs, and I'm like, I can't do that right now. And then like 4-month programs. He's like, okay, I'll do you a 2-month program for $3.99, which was $50 a week. And I'm like, all right, I'll do that. Put it on my credit card. But at this point, I told you guys in the first video, after doing so much on my own for so long, I was like, I'm one of them people that I can't stand to ask for help, and I know a lot of you guys are probably the same way. And I did so much on my own with my weight loss and everything, and it took a lot to finally get to this point to where I asked for help. I had been going to the gym for over a year, and I was seeing a little bit of improvement in like some of my arm muscles, but basically I wasn't really feeling like anything was accomplished, the whole time I was at the gym. I tried to reverse diet a little bit at one point last year, and I think I didn't add enough in gradually like you're supposed to, and I gained some, and then that was just where I stayed. Because when I started this, I was at 219, and when I ended it, I was at 215.4. So I did get down to 213 in week 7, but I mean, I don't know, stuff happens. So who knows what that last weigh-in was, but at a very if you want to be on the high end, I lost 6 pounds during the process. But I also lost an inch around my waist. My belly, my B-shaped belly had gone down. The top belly, which was the bigger part, had gone down. I'm sorry, I've got a eyebrow hair. My belly is shrinking. I'm seeing some definite changes, like in my shoulders. Right after it drops down, it's like slimming in. Because I'm doing a lot of stuff there. The body recomposition part is actually, it's working. So I'm very, very happy with the progress. Everything that he did to help me was great. And I did decide that I did not want to stay on because I honestly can't afford it. He tried to give me some deals, but not the same deal as before, until like almost a week after I told him, after I was done. He finally emailed me again and said, hey, I'll continue to help you for the same price I did the first time. And then at that point, I'm just like, I still can't afford it, and he said, I hate to see you go. You're like one of the best clients to have, because you're consistent, you do what you need to do, you get stuff done, you don't skip workouts, you're tracking your food, you're not hard to get a hold of, and you're putting in the work. And I was like, well, I appreciate that. And I understand, because I'm sure he has people that just throw money away and they don't do what they need to be do. But it's an investment, guys. This is an investment, and not including the coaching thing, but eating correctly, fueling your body, working out, being healthy is an investment in your life. You have got to do this if you want to live a long life and you don't want to have problems, I plan on lifting as long as I can, 60s, 70s, whatever, I've got to get in there and be healthy. I've never been in a situation where I felt like I'm great, I feel wonderful, I'm healthy, everything's perfect. Nobody's ever going to feel that way. But I feel really so good right now, better than I've ever felt. With the exception of probably when I was at my lowest weight, when I was doing keto low carb, which was not far off from where I'm at now, like 20 pounds different. But honestly, it's really just, I feel good. Getting in there and lifting, I feel like a badass. I feel great. I feel strong, And then I have a lot of energy from the amount of food that I'm eating. I mean, I never in my life thought I could eat 2,200 calories a day and still be able to like lose weight and do what I'm doing. So as of right now, this is technically week 9. This is the first week on my own. I just continued with the same program that he had me on weight-wise. I screenshotted everything and I went to the Heavy app that I used to use before, HEVY. It's free. You can add like your own workouts in there and go in there and check them off when you go work out. So I added all that to my Heavy app. And so for this first week by myself, I just figured I'll make it easier on myself, and I'll go ahead and just do the same program that he had me on last 4 weeks. And I'll look into some other stuff. So there's some other things I will list below. There's like Women Who Lift or something like that. I cannot remember the name of it for the life of me right now, but I will add the links below. There's free workout programs like lifting. There's a whole book on muscle building for women and working out, and it's got workouts in it. And there's a couple other people I follow that give out free like workout books. So I'm going to look at a few things and try to put some stuff together. He did give me some tips in the end. He told me, you know, if I want to continue to try to increase the calories a little bit, I can do 50 to 100 a week and see how I'm doing until I get to a point, he said, where I'm either start to gain or I stay the same for a couple weeks. He said, then I can drop it back down a little bit if I wanted to, or go back up again after that. But I've kind of been at the same for about 2 weeks now, so I'm almost thinking I might stay right here at 2,200 for a little bit and see how this goes. He did also tell me, though, when he bumped me up to 2,200, that I can bump my steps back up, because when we first started, before we got going in the program, I was doing 8 to 10,000 steps a day, and he bumped me down to 6 to 8. So now he's like, hey, if you want to do 8 to 10, since you're eating more, that's fine. So I've been doing a minimum of 8 a day now. So my whole experience with the whole coaching process and everything that he had going on was great. I really enjoyed the whole environment with the group that he has for his members. The app was easy to use. I've had a couple people ask me about his information, and I've linked it on some videos, but I will actually link it in the description below. I will link his Instagram page and his Facebook page, and if anybody has any questions for him, you know, you can send him a message. He did tell me, I just had a hair fall in my eye. He did tell me if I have an issue, I have a problem, I have a question, don't be afraid to just send him a message, and, you know, he'll help me out, you know, which was nice of him to say. So at this point, I'm going on my own. I'm gonna try to add in some more stuff. He did tell me another tip to start doing do some exercises that I've not done, work on them for blocks of 3 to 4 weeks, and then when I get good at them, or get, you know, he said you can change it up again, so you're not constantly doing the same exercises every single time you go in the gym, which you want to continuously be challenging your body. So I think I want to start doing like some hip thrusts and some other stuff like that. Try to work on the booty, because I don't have a booty and never have had a booty, and maybe I can get a little bit of booty. Actually, it's really funny. My husband says I am getting a little bit of a booty, because I've been doing like squats and stuff, and I hadn't really messed with squats much. I'm sorry, I keep messing with my eye, but I keep having a freaking hair in it. There it is, found it. But overall, it was a good experience. You honestly, yes, it's not cheap. Yes, it's worth it. Yes, I'd do it again. I do not regret it one bit. I think it's the best decision I've made when it comes to my health in a very long time, because I really needed some help. I needed some guidance there. And if you guys search around enough, you'll find some people where you can get a little bit of information and kind of help without having to pay for a coach, like the workout programs and stuff. And if you plan on doing reverse dieting, if you've been like me and you've been eating at 1,300 to 1,500 calories for years, your metabolism is screwed at this point, and you've got to start reverse dieting to build it back up. And the best way to reverse diet is slow. You only need to add 50 to 100 calories a week. It's also easier that way. But make sure you're tracking your food, guys. I am definitely glad I have gotten back to my Berrytastic app because I can't stand my FitnessPal anymore. But I had to use that for it to connect with his app. So just bump it up 50 to 100 calories a week. And, you know, you're going to probably need a minimum of 2,000 calories. But you can go to these TEE calculators, and most of them are kind of inaccurate. Most people don't recommend them. But I would say a minimum, get up to 2,000. Anybody's going to need that, you know. But, you know, if you're bigger build, you're taller, you're definitely going to need more. But it's all based off of randomness. You put in this calculator, and it's inaccurate. But if you want a reverse diet, instead of trying to get to a specific calorie goal, you can just keep adding 50 to 100 a week until you feel like you get to a point, like he said, that you're either staying the same or you start to gain a little bit. You don't want to jack your calories up 300 to 500 at a time. You know, just gradually. And that's actually what helps your metabolism repair itself. So we're working at a slower pace like that. And I know everybody wants to do everything right away, get it done quick, and just be there you want to be at, you know, but it just doesn't work that way. So, but that is my update for my coaching experience. And I hope you guys, if you need help, that you'll find somebody that can help you and get what you need done. Like I said, I'll leave his information below, and there's some other people online that are offering coaching and stuff. I don't know if you guys follow Nicole Burgess, but I think she does coaching. I don't know what her pricing is, but I think she actually just started. She does it in like blocks. I think she just started a program. I think she does everybody at like the same time for like the same amount of time. But there's a lot of people out there, so just do your research and make sure it's not some Joe Blow that you've never heard of, never seen, you know, kind of stuff. Make sure you look into their socials and their background and stuff, and get some information on them before you do it. Because I had been following this guy on Facebook for a while, and he shares great tips and stuff too. So even if you're not in his program, he's got good information that he gives out for free. So I wanted to add a couple more things in there, because I talked about how I got better energy and everything. And I know in the beginning I was having the issues with the sciatica, which was the whole reason I was going to the chiropractor. But honestly, at this point, it is almost gone. I still get a little bit of tingliness in one leg, and that leg a little bit on the side of the leg. It doesn't affect me walking or anything, but it is so much better. And I actually attribute that to the lifting. The sciatica is so much better. It's almost gone. And I've got so much more energy. And, but that was the main thing that I was worried about in the beginning with the lifting and stuff. And it actually kind of sounds like it ended up being that piriformis muscle. And I've been working on that with some of the workouts I've been doing. And when it comes to working out, when I post on my social media, my Instagrams and my Facebook stuff, you know, I post out my workouts every day. I'm not working out every day, even though I'm like 6 workout of the week. People are like, oh God. Because, you know, when I started, I said, I don't want to work out every day. I don't want to work out every day. But now that I'm doing it at home and I'm not having to drive to the gym, that helps a lot. Because I just go in the other room, I get it done. I don't have to worry about leaving the house. You know, I love it. So Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I do my heavy lifting workouts, which take me about an hour. And then Tuesday and Thursday, basically just doing stretching, and they call it reminder exercises, which basically just kind of do a little bit of stretching, a little bit of pull on some of your areas that you've been working out. It helps with muscle recovery and stuff like that from your workouts. And they literally only last like 10 minutes. But the ones I do on Tuesday and Thursday. So I do main workouts 3 days a week, some stretching Tuesday and Thursday, and then either Saturday or Sunday I'll do my mobility workout, which takes about 30 minutes. And that's great. Everybody needs to be doing mobility, especially if you're older. It helps with your ankles, your knees, your hips. And if you have knee pain, a lot of it is not related to any kind of like an injury or anything. I can't talk today, I'm so sorry. Not related to a type of injury or anything like that, but it's the fact that we don't use the stuff like we used to do when we were kids, you know, or if you were never really active with like sports and stuff. But you get that flexibility and that mobility, and you start working on those joints, and it's crazy how quick things actually start feeling better. my knees are a lot better. I was like, oh, I can't do squats, my knees suck, you know, but they're doing way better. I need to get deeper in them squats. So I'm not getting deep in those squats yet. I got to work on them some more and get some more mobility done with like my ankles and everything, so I can actually get lower with the squats. But in general, just wanted to add a couple things. But I hope you guys have a good one, and I'll see you when I show you my workout stuff. Bye, guys.